Welcome to 1and 3Y, a personal development podcast where we share about how to achieve your goals and speak to successful entrepreneurs and other key opinion leaders. My name is Joe.
And I'm Kerwin. So this week's episode, we are talking about whether money is a key determinant of success. So Joe, let's start off. Maybe what have you researched on about the history of money?
I actually watched this series of videos, I think 7 videos, actually explain how money came about. Maybe I just give a short summary. Essentially, there was this money started as these little trinkets or like coins, and essentially people were buying goods with these coins. We slowly found out that it was super difficult to bring like large amount of coins, and it was heavy to actually go and buy the bigger ticket items. So what happened was we actually went to the bank to deposit these coins, and the bank will actually issue a note, a promissory note that says that, for example, anyone who brings this note to the bank can redeem X amount of coins or X amount of gold. Essentially, that's how a note or money came about. But ultimately, I think this is just a fun fact and not central to today's conversation. But yeah, let's talk about whether money is a determinant of success, right?
Interesting, because I remember watching those kind of olden days Chinese drama where people pay them by gold, like real gold. There's shit like what do you call that?
A gold bar.
A gold bucket. Last time the gold bucket look like very Chinese. They
Like it's like an inglet, is it? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. I think so. They are so heavy and stuff like that. But in those days or in the dramas, everyone is so happy to receive such a big, such a heavy gold.
Yeah, I think
inglet,
for sure, right? Because gone were the days where we were barter trading, where you need to trade, for example, vegetable for fruit or something else. But now with this money, with a concept of money, you can use money to buy anything you want. It's like basically centralizing a way of trading, right? And yeah,
so I'm very curious. So what are your thoughts on capitalism?
I think essentially to put it that way, capitalism is essentially players in the society efficiently putting a price onto things, right? That is, I think, the gist of it. I don't want to go into debating what kind of capitalism, whether capitalism is good or whatever. I think you look at things from a more person to person level, right? How important is money to you?
I think right now we are all looking for a job, right? So a lot of people that I've been talking to, they were just mentioning about how young graduates, if you can consider to be young, is not really prioritizing money, but prioritizing building your portfolio or prioritizing building your skill set, so as to be able to be more and more things to sell about yourself in the future. It is really true. A lot of jobs now, as you can see, some startups, they are still non-profitable. Most startups in the early stage, they still not profitable, and they are looking for people to work for them. But in return of money, they can give like benefits, for example, ways to grow. Yeah. So I don't know. You ask me how do I feel about money right now? I don't really have an answer to that.
Do you take like a more of like a long-sighted view that you want to build up your portfolio and your skill set such that you are able to sort of put in more or create more value for the company in future? Something like that.
Okay, the thing about this is that it's very hard to say. And what I say that is because I realized after talking to quite a bit of people also, even a diverse group of friends, you only can think like this if money is not an issue for you. To a lot of people, or to some of my friends, paying off a student loan is a huge deal. So yes, money becomes an important factor when finding your next job, because the longer you have the loans, the longer you have your interest, and you pay off this loan, then on top of that, you'll be building up more loans. Let's say you are getting a house or going, maybe get a car. So that there are just loans and bills to pay always consistently. But for us, not say for us, but for some people who can see about maybe I would, instead of going straight full time, I might want to do an internship in another industry. Or at least for me, I'm thankful and fortunate enough that money right now is something that I'm not rich, but I am comfortable in that sense where if there's a loan, I can pay it off. But it's more towards whether it's not really fulfillment or also the impact. Yes, we will talk about impact later. I would want to talk about impact later, but it's my own personal definition of money is something that I still cannot find.
Right. I think I get what you mean. So basically, money is important to all of us because essentially that's what we need to operate as a human being, right? Now in today's society, we need money to eat, to sleep, to drink, whatever. Socialize. Even to socialize, we need money. So I think what you have pointed out is that money is important because it can make or break a person. Because if you're tied down by a lot of debt, then essentially it will be harder for you to move around in terms of jobs or whatever because your opportunities are there's always like this thing that's tying you down that you cannot so-called escape, at least for the time being, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I was reading somewhere actually about something similar what I say about net profit, your net profit. I think by the word salary, man. Okay. About how net profit, we should not just compare net profit, but we should compare from where we came from. Like a lot of this, I mean, the economics gap we have in Singapore issues, whether you're born with a silver spoon or not. And some people actually work so just to get a bank net profit when you reach 25 or even 30, when they will minus off all their loans or all their bills they have to pay, and that's where they came from because they did not start off as well to do as some other people who get rich to $1 million or even $1 billion by 30. So I think coming back to the topic of not comparing, I don't know, but more of a good reminder for myself is to not to see where I've come so far and not just the amount that you get based on where you were at. And I think that it's easy to say for sure, but it's very hard to do. And actually, I'm curious, you didn't really share about what your view on money is, though.
Yeah. Actually, I must say that for myself, at this stage, at least right now, I am quite fortunate. Money is not the biggest issue that I have to worry. Like, I don't have to worry that if I have enough money to eat and borrow. From that perspective, I'm quite fortunate. But how I see it is that being in this position of so-called privilege, it also allows me to look at the world in a sense that there are even better people out there that I can compare myself with, and that I want to improve myself to reach their standard. And with that, I think we can see how, money is sort of like a determinant of success, right? Even if you have some, you want to have more. If you don't have, then you want to have some, right? So ultimately, we can't deny that money is a determinant of success to some extent. But most importantly, I think that money, even if you have money, it doesn't mean you are successful. But if you are successful, you are likely to have some money. That's what I believe. I believe because I think money is a result of success.
But I think that's where I differ a bit, personally. I've been talking to a few people, and some of them actually shared that they do not have much, but they feel like they're successful based on the amount of lives they've impacted. Okay, and I think that's very fair because that's how they determine success. So maybe the statement of whether money is not money as in money is a slight percentage of result of success. To a certain extent, yes, but I don't think it's for all people. I don't know. This is my own view on this. That's why I don't know. Because as mentioned, I still don't know what money means to me. As in, whether is it a means to go to life or whether it's a means of defining who I am based on how much I get. Everyone will know that's wrong. But it's so hard to not just look past that, but how to be good stewardship of the money you get. But there's another topic for another time. But is money a definition of success? To some people, it might be. What other definition of success do you think that people might actually look to?
I guess like what you said, right? Things like impact, whether you have made enough impact on the less privileged life, people who are perhaps not as good as you, not as good as you, but not as good in terms of the welfare that they receive because of, like what you said, some circumstances that they are so-called given to at birth that is out of their control, right? Perhaps their family is not well off. Perhaps they have parents who are drug addicts, parents who are debt laden, something like that. So I think being able to to impact these people's life could perhaps be also a determinant of success, to help people in society create value to the world, not in terms of just so what we actually create value, right? So that's again another like controversial or like thing for debate, right? So for example, you invented something very revolutionary. Let's say you invented the smartphone. Yeah, or like whatever. Like okay, let's actually just look at Bill Gates, right? He so-called like created the portable computers for people to be more productive, and he created value. And then money came as a product of his success, or his it's a product of his value that he created. So then technically he is successful because he created the value, and then the value sort of like gave him money. So again, see, so value, so that's how I see it. So it's a bit of a debate, because like sometimes the value you create don't bring money, but sometimes the value you create brings money. Right?
Yeah. Understand. That's why I don't know. That's why when we talk about having this topic on board, I feel like it's a very good topic to talk about, but it's also a very, I say it's a messy topic for me, but I'm all over the place about this topic. So I don't have much input, I would say, but I have a lot of stories to share, because for me, being a curious guy, I love to go for events and talk about this, because when would you be able to talk about this if you are not a student? Because like a student, everyone have the mindset, oh, you're still learning, you haven't got your first full-time job. So I thought, make full use of it and go about it. I think that one story I would like to share about what I think a mentor recently shared. I won't say who, but it's a very typical kind of story that you hear everywhere also, where he has this auntie. It's a very sister out there, I don't know, but she had many kids. Or basically, just this woman had many kids, and then the wife, the husband died or something. Husband, died. So they were fighting over the will. The husband had some money, all the brothers in the will. But the woman believes that it should all belong to her, the wealth, the inheritance, basically, and not to the brothers. And this is one of the action cases. In the past, I mean, there's stories on the news about how when the dad died and there's a flat landed property, and all the children fight over the landed property or who to care. So it's this kind of thing that made me think about money as a result of success. So do you, I mean, the answer is clear that at this point, no matter how much you get from the estate or the inheritance, right, does it even matter if your relationship with your siblings, or you are really on your dying bed, or your having stage 4 cancer? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I thought, like, again, some people really are not close with their siblings, right? They are closer to their parents than their siblings. Then, then perhaps they think that it's fine, I cannot do without this family ties as long as I have money to live my life. So, to that end, maybe they think so.
Yeah, that's like how to sibling, but then when it comes towards your own kids, if you are so what is the word for it? Calculative or stingy with your own kids, that even all your children, you have 7 kids and all of them just run far away from you. That's because yeah, that's the thing. Then there are other ways of other stories. That's one negative story. But one positive story about how this very good businessman running his father's business. He was in debt, and he managed to make it profitable. He is one of the biggest in Singapore. I would say maybe in the logistics industry. And then they're sharing about how when he charged customers and how a lot of people put in a lot of money, let's say for parties and stuff like that, like, oh, they want to show off to their friends and everything. But so the fact that it strained so many relationships around them, like with your other significant other, your parents, to borrow money from friends just to have a huge party in that sense. Like he saw the strain, he saw the idleness, and he decided to just give the money back to them. And it brought so much joy and so like that's the thing about this is I also do not agree with the way he does. As in, to him, rather, it is just like, because he is successful person, he's rich, he's successful. He can give money freely to bless others. Bless other people. Which is nice, which is very nice. Which is something that I'm to go. I remember one of our mentors in Stockholm also mentioned this to one of our friends. Which is, why would you want to make a non-profit startup? Right? You can make a profitable startup and fund a non-profit startup. So, in the light, you start something profitable so that your side project or your other main project, this could be a side project and main project will be not profitable. So basically being self-sustainable in something else.
I think the point here you are saying is more of like, there's only that much you need in life to really enjoy, right? So thinking like right now where we are, when we're young, we don't have that much money, or like when we spend money, we need to think twice whether we can buy the thing. Perhaps that is actually like where the joy comes from. So for example, if you want to buy earpiece, then you are like, oh shit, I need to think whether I want to buy, because if I buy this, then I sort of miss out on my savings, or I can spend the money elsewhere. But it actually comes down to the decision to buy that thing. I think that joy, right, actually comes from the decision making process and the whole like debate whether you should buy it or not. So perhaps
which is still being able to afford it.
Exactly. So like perhaps in future when you earn money and you have money, right? The sort of like the satisfaction of the utility you get from maybe not utility, the satisfaction you get from buying the items reduces. And let's say a person have like a lot of money, right? Your joy from spending the money is not just by buying things anymore, because ultimately you can get whatever you want. Then why would you spending money is not the way you get joy from it. Perhaps where you get joy or satisfaction is from helping people's life and other things here. Making sure that your business run well with the money you have, because the business help other people's life, allow people to have a job, right? So, I think that perhaps that comes down to the question of how much is enough. How much do you think is enough for you to reach the point where you don't have to worry about money? You don't have to worry about basically your family too, but basically not just yourself, your family, and then you only have to think about how to impact other people's life. To you, how much is that is enough? But before we go into that question, right, I think it's important to point out the fact that this comes from how much you need in life, right? So what expenses like in daily life. Perhaps if you live a more luxurious lifestyle, you choose to live at your means. When you earn 10,000 and you want to spend $10,000, You earn 5,000, you want to spend $5,000. Then perhaps it will never be enough. But then perhaps if you choose to live below your means, so if you earn a lot of money and you choose to live a more frugal lifestyle, stay in a public property, and that's common in Singapore, right? And perhaps you don't want to get a continental car, you just get a normal Japanese car, and that is how you want to live your life. Because honestly, that's quite simple lifestyle. Actually, no, getting a car in Singapore is not simple anymore. But yeah, I think yeah. So after we consider that, right, how much do you think is enough?
Oh, that's a question I always get from a lot of people, especially when I talk about this topic. And I used to think that, like I mentioned, being able the choice to being able to eat what I want to eat without thinking about the myself. Like just today, I feel like eating chicken rice. I'm going to eat chicken rice. But tomorrow, I feel like eating genki sushi. I mean, genki sushi is like very expensive.
Okay.
You don't need to think like, oh, I'm going to be eating like one shit of sushi is like $6. But I don't know. I think that's a new question because I really, on my own personal struggle, I'll say is to really see what's enough. Because like you mentioned, enough. Once you reach your first 100K, what will your next 100K? Then you want to double it. Then you want to do the first million. It's now, it's why you want to reach the amount. It's the motivation behind it. Whether, yeah, so, yeah, it's very tough. How about you, Joe? What about you? I'll throw you the question back to you.
I think as of right now, how I evaluate my life is that the more you earn, the more different your social circle is. Okay, no, let me rewind a bit. So it depends on how your social circle is. If your social circle is the type that spends a lot of money, then obviously spend a lot of money in the sense that perhaps they pursue more of like better restaurants, places to eat. And that's okay because it really depends. Everyone has different preferences in life. Maybe you choose better food, you choose more luxurious lifestyle in terms of your house, right? As long as you can afford it, I think it is okay because to some extent you work for it. Yeah. And that's not debating about the fact of luck and everything. Again, that's for another topic, right? I think as of right now, I think a comfortable amount to live in Singapore, where you don't have to worry about the price of food, price of car, and everything. Taking all of that into account, a comfortable amount would be about $15,000, and still be a month, and still be able to save. Yeah, so
$15,000 a month.
Yeah, that is a comfortable amount. But is it achievable? I think you have to try. Ultimately, this podcast is about growth. It's about improvement, right? We start somewhere and then we try to improve from there. So, yeah, don't know. I'm trying to go into finance. So let's hope that that's where I can achieve that. But again, I think if you start your own business, be an entrepreneur, it is possible to be like that. But after taking into account bonuses, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, wait, it already depends on the lifestyle choices. If the lifestyle is like eating like kopitiam food, and honestly, I really love kopitiam food. It's good, cheap, and economical. Yeah, good for money, value for money, like essentially. Then perhaps you don't need 15,000, but it's just more of like, for myself, I would prefer a more luxurious lifestyle if I can.
I feel that everyone will not, if they have a choice, they will not want to just eat food every day. Right? Do you get what I mean?
I think it depends, right? Personally, if I'm alone, I would choose to go to kopitiam and eat because it's affordable. I don't see a point to go to like luxury places, unless it's perhaps like for a date or to bring some, or to like congregate with friends. I think it's more of you work hard for your life to enjoy, right? And at the end of the day, we come here living and then we die and we don't take anything away. So once you earn the money, you should spend it. So I think ultimately what I said was more of like the ideal. But the story I have to say here is the main point here is that you should always live below your means. Be able to save some and also for rainy days, and then spend enough so that you can enjoy your life. Because you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow, man. You or like the next moment the building collapses and you die. So like, okay, let's hope that doesn't happen to anyone. But like, the thing is, you really don't know. So enjoy while you can, but also still save enough for the future. Yeah.
It has been an interesting episode. It's also it's an eye opener from your perspective and perspective and how people might view money as. So after also talking to people and researching, it has been, I would just say, an interesting episode. It's a difficult topic, I would say. It's a taboo topic sometimes to talk about money, especially in this day and age. I glad we did it.
Yeah. I guess the conclusion here is that to some extent, money is a determinant of success, but everyone's starting point is different. Perhaps people should define their own success. Because honestly,
Just to go back to our which episode we had, so how to define success.
yeah, exactly. So who am I to determine that you are successful? You can, if your bar is different from mine, then you could say that you're successful even if you're earning half the amount. Yeah. So yeah, and again, I think life is really it boils down to luck. I'm reading this book called Food by Randomness. So essentially it's saying that life is really random. To some extent, you really don't have the too much say into your life, but you can try to improve your chances in life. But that also doesn't guarantee success. I'm still reading it. Perhaps I'll read a summary next time. But yeah, so money is important lah. That's about it.
Okay, there's a great end, I'll say. There's an end to this episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a part 2 of it. I don't know. Maybe let's have a part 2 of it.
Yeah.
Let's say 1 year down the road. Let's revisit this topic again. Let's see our views. I'm very interested to see how our views change.
After we get employed.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. So if all of you guys have any comments, feedback, question, do drop us a DM on Instagram and follow us on our social media pages, TikTok, Instagram, and our episodes will be on Spotify and on YouTube.
All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.